Oh, there's already one missing. I don't know how that possibly could have happened. But yeah. Good morning, y'all. So it is just after 7:30 in the morning and we're pulling into Costa Maya right now, and I'm gonna do something extra crazy this morning. I'm gonna go down and have MDR breakfast. I know, who am I right now? This is unheard of. But yeah, I ended yesterday early enough and got a good enough amount of sleep to wake up early enough to go do MDR breakfast. If that hadn't worked out, I was planning to do the buffet, but nope, I still have time. So I'm actually really looking forward to this. I enjoy breakfast foods. I just don't normally get up early enough to eat them. And I'm never usually really hungry in the morning. I'm not starving right now by any means. This is way earlier than I'm used to eating, but I'm definitely not hungry, so that's a good thing. And then after breakfast, we'll decide what to do from there with Costa Maya or whatever. But yeah, let's go do it. We'll talk soon. So I made my way down to the main dining room. Once I was inside, they handed me a paper menu, and this was a pretty familiar looking paper menu because this is the one that they give you on debarkation morning as well. I've only ever done the express breakfast, but this time I decided to do the Eggs Benedict, and I added a side of hash brown sausage and bacon, and then I made my way up to the main pool deck to see who was in port with us. Alright, so we've got Harmony of the Seas, with us in port today. That's a big ass boat. We'll talk soon. We had pulled in during breakfast, and unfortunately we ended up being front-facing, so it was really hard to get like a video clip of the whole cruise port, but as you can see, the water was calm and beautiful, and they were also doing morning stretches on the main pool deck, which is something that I didn't even know they offered. Of course, I would never normally be up early enough for that anyway, but it's good to know if you're up early and want to, start your day off right with a little bit of fitness. That is available to you, at least it was on MSC Seaside in November of 2023. And after taking in the fresh morning air, I decided to go back down to my room and get ready to figure out what to do next. Alright, y'all, so breakfast was pretty good. It's interesting to note that it's basically the exact same breakfast that you have on debarkation morning. I don't know why I thought the breakfast on debarkation morning was limited. But nope, it's basically the exact same stuff from what I could tell. And it's good, it's nice to have table service. They were super friendly and nice in there this morning and everything. But I realized this is my first time ever having MDR breakfast on an MSC ship, besides debarkation. I've done carnivals, like Sea Day Brunch, and I've done breakfast in the MDR on Royal. We got up early enough to do it before an excursion once, etc. But yeah, for MSC, which I've sailed on the most, it's interesting that I've never been to the MDR breakfast like that. I enjoyed it. I wish it ran a little bit later, because if it was running to 10:30, I could probably go every day. But they stopped serving at 9, so that's pretty early for me. I just so happened to have gotten up this morning and experienced that, and it was great. As far as Costa Maya, I am going to get off and walk around a little bit probably, but I enjoy being on board when everybody's off, and I've been to Costa Maya before several times, so I don't know that I'm going to do a whole lot out there today, but we'll see how it goes. It's still very early. Normally I'd be snoring away still at this point, so I have lots of time to decide what to do next, but yeah, we'll do something, and we'll talk soon. Alright y'all, so I did take a nap this afternoon. I knew I would since I got up so early this morning, because even though I was in bed pretty early yesterday, I didn't fall asleep until roughly midnight. I went out and explored Costa Maya and, all of that for a couple of hours and hung out on the pool deck, read a book, all those things, and then came back here and zonked out for about an hour and a half. And now it is about 3:30 and I'm gonna head over to the sports bar, which is about to open, and see about wings. So that's the plan. I also just had a knock on my door and they dropped off the champagne because I am Diamond, and it looks like the chocolate bar is in there too, because I get one of those as well as a plate of macarons. Oh, there's already one missing. I don't know how that possibly could have happened. But yeah, so that's what's up. We'll talk soon. So I made my way down to the sports bar. If you've never been to the sports bar on that class of ships, there's all kinds of cool decorations, and they have this beer display on Seaside, and it's all very themed and cool and gives an American sports bar vibe. I was craving salty, so naturally I started out with a Bloody Mary. Of course I love those. And that led me into a couple of rounds of Dos Equis as per usual while I waited for the kitchen staff to come out and tell me how to order the wings. Alright y'all, so the kitchen is not quite open yet, which is fine. They had originally told me 4:30, then 5, now 5:30. But apparently that's normal. And that's all fine. I just don't like how hot it is in here. Look how sweaty I am. See those windows behind me? They're literally making this room into a sauna. But people are enduring it because of sports. I'm only here because of wings. So hopefully I get to have those soon. But anyway, yeah, that's what's up. Cheers. We'll talk soon. After waiting patiently and of course keeping my cool because obviously the guy serving me doesn't make any of the managerial decisions, I was finally able to order food. I ordered the nachos and those definitely did not disappoint. That ended up being a much bigger plate than I was expecting. As for the wings, I remember the ones on MSC Divina being good, not great. These ones had a great flavor, but they were very tiny, seriously the smallest wings I've ever seen. So I was glad I also ordered the nachos. And while I was sitting there, we started getting ready to leave Costa Maya, so I made my way outside to check that out. Alright, so it's gonna be sail away here shortly. We're getting ready to leave Costa Maya. The way that the ship is positioned, it's not easy to get a good view of, Costa Maya. Alright, so I came out to the other side and you can see we're pushing off the dock now. That's Mein Schiff 6, which is a ship owned by, I'm assuming, some German company. And then Harmony of the Seas is way out there. They left before us, clearly. But yeah, before we know it, we will be in Cozumel. And I'm looking forward to that. That is the better of the two ports, in my opinion. And I'm definitely getting off to do something. We'll talk soon. While I was sitting at dinner, I was looking at the schedule and realized that it was the white night party, so I went down to my room to change for that, and then went up to the Seaview Lounge for the LGBTQ mixer, and I had a couple of drinks in there, and they also served chips. If you didn't know, you can order chips at almost any bar on MSC for free. A large gaggle of gays had formed, and we all decided to go out to the white party together. If you've never sailed MSC before, you might not know that this is their main event, so of course it gets real crowded and crazy out there, and it's a lot of fun. And we stayed out there for a while, but ultimately we decided to go down to the nightclub. That's actually the aft pool bar during the day, and then it doubles as the nightclub at night, and this drive-in theme bar is immediately inside from that. That's where the bowling alley is, and it's a super cool theme in there, and I had a couple of rounds of drinks in there and actually chatted up some of the officers before making my way back down to my room to call it a night. Alright y'all, so it is the next day. I'm gonna close out the vlog now for yesterday. Yesterday was a fun day. Hung out in Costa Maya for a little bit. It was hot and crowded, but fine otherwise, and then came back on board, lounged by the pool, read a book, and then I had wings. I ended up not going to the MDR dinner because the wings kind of got pushed back later than I was expecting, because I was going to do mid-afternoon wings and then also dinner, but that didn't happen. Ended up at the aft pool bar where they had, the nightclub stuff going on, and it was super fun. And yeah, then I had several drinks and wandered back to my room and went to bed. So that's that. Cozumel tomorrow, well, today, I guess. I'll start the next vlog here shortly. But yeah, I want to thank you all so much for traveling with me. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all those fun things. We'll talk soon, and y'all have a good night.